Right, Joe Zervos, welcome.
Hi.
1082. Sorry, I'm just telling councillors what page to turn to. 1082. I'm just repeating the scale of submissions that we have.
Was there a slideshow or?
Have you sent one through?
Yeah, I have.
Someone's coming to help.
Well, while we're waiting, I'm Jo, everyone.
We all know you.
There's a few new councillors here. I'm usually talking about pools. Today I'm talking about roads. What do I need to do? Can I?
Oh, you can do it that way.
Do it this way? What do I do?
Try clicking on that.
That way?
Right to the end, but there's ones in here.
Oh.
So if you go back to that one,
Go back.
just go hit
That one here?
and it'll go through each one. There you go. I'll put it up.
Okay, cool. Rightio, so I've printed off some of these pictures just in case this didn't go through. What I want to get across is we need to actually get some more funding for looking after the east side of town. You've heard all morning about all these other submissions, and I fully support everything that they're talking about, but we've got... That's right, I'll just run check. Why is it not coming up full screen? How do I do that?
F5.
Sorry?
F5.
F5?
Function 5.
What about the bottom one down to...
The bottom one?
Down to
somewhere?
slide, the slideshow button, is that... No, over the other side?
Let's have a look.
How about go to view at the top? Slideshow? No?
Screen, there we go.
Full screen.
Full screen? Excellent.
Right.
Thank you. So back before Christmas, I actually organised a petition to get urgent action on Pages Road. There's so many times I've driven down that road and seen disabled people on mobility scooters trying to negotiate the footpaths, the roads. It's really dangerous. My son started biking to high school in 2011 to Aranui, and after the earthquakes he had to give up biking to school. It was just far too dangerous and too many roadworks, too many potholes, etc., etc. I collected 427 signatures. No, after a few hours and a few days of collecting signatures, I gave up and I thought, this is ridiculous. 99% of the people I asked if they were interested in signing said, of course, it's atrocious, it's a disgrace, it should have been repaired ages ago. I heard earlier with the guy from Switch Expresso, I've been watching online, saying about the businesses and how Pages Road was down to one lane and the businesses suffered. This area of Pages Road between the bridge and Anzac Drive has to be repaired again. It's going to be shut again. The businesses in New Brighton are going to suffer again. It's just not on. This is the footpath. During summer I saw a family walking down to the beach. There's about 3 mums and 2 adult men, 4 kids on scooters. Now the mums had prams, the kids on scooters, trying to negotiate down there, let alone the disabled people trying to get along there. It's actually really saddening. Oh, here's one of the pieces where the people bike along, of course. Now this here is Gayhurst Road Bridge. It's in the red zone. And there's their nice cycleway and everything through the red zone. Again, this is Gayhurst Road through the red zone. Why can't we have that going into New Brighton? It's a red zone land, and I've heard the excuse that it's hard to do Pages Road because that section is red zoned. Barry car park. This is just like a dumping ground for bits and pieces. If you see this bit here, there's a road cone here, And I've been going through past this for months and months and months, and nothing's been done, even to pull the road cone out. I felt like getting out of the car myself and actually pulling the road cone out of the hole. But I think it's a good illustration about the neglect on our roads there. Now these two roads, Pages Road and New Brighton Road, are the main roads into New Brighton and out of New Brighton. If there's an emergency, a tsunami, anything we need to get out in a hurry, we've got to go through all of this. This really gets really overgrown along this area. And last week I went along there and they'd actually mowed it. And for some reason, I don't know why, but they only mowed sections of it. So it's like they stopped at one place and then they started again. Now here's an area where the road has been fixed. There's new roading on this side where the mouse is pointing, and then they leave the old stuff. And New Brighton Road has patches of this going the length of the road. And it's like, why hasn't the whole lot been done at once? Everywhere where there's a new piece of road that meets the old piece of road, every time it rains or floods, that is where the water is pooling. This is Anzac Drive roundabout. There are two roundabouts in Anzac Drive, which is the ring road. This here, the main one at New Brighton Road, for some reason, 3 of the 4 corners have been left. The other corner has been looked after and groomed. It has a lawn cut, and yet the other corners are just overgrown messes, and they have, all the curbs are broken and everything. Here's the sign pointing to New Brighton, and you can see the grass. This is actually a few weeks ago. It's actually over the top of the sign this week. And the lawn has been mowed over the other corner, but and on the traffic island in the middle, but this has been neglected. This is the road that continues on to New Brighton, and just where I'm pointing with the mouse is where the road has been repaired and fixed, but for some reason this bit hasn't been done leading into it. This is the new road which has been put. New Brighton here on Hawke Street is where my mouse is pointing, and just around the corner all of this has been replaced. This is brand new guttering, and you can see how it's all going all green and mouldy, and it's full of gravel. So it's maintenance, and I don't know whether this is a temporary fix, this piece of road, or whether it's permanent, but it's not a good look, and it's actually quite disheartening when you're a resident going through these places all the time.
Is that Keys Road?
No, this is New Brighton Road. The New Brighton roundabout is right at the end, and that's Hawke Street there.
Is it open now, that roundabout?
Yeah, it's been open for months.
It's just one way then.
That's the one-way section?
You can't go into New Brighton Road from the roundabout?
No. This is one way. It only goes towards New Brighton.
So they haven't made decisions about what's happening there?
So, and this, it looks disgusting.
Yeah.
It's actually all mouldy and green.
I'm sure it's temporary. I'm sure it's temporary.
Now this here is another section of the red zone. This is by Kerrs Reach, Avonside Drive by Kerrs Reach. Palmer's Road, this section here is not red zone. There's housing all the way down here, and it's an absolute mess. All the guttering and the roads and the footpath. This is the only green zone photo I have, the rest of the red zones. New Brighton Road, I thought this one illustrates it quite well. Every day when I take my son to Shirley Boys High School down this road, I go past here, and I thought I'm going to stop and take a photo of this one day. You can see the cones and rubbish, the lupin bush hasn't been touched for ages. And this is Avondale Road, another section through the red zone. So what I'm saying is, like, New Brighton Road and Pages Road should be treated equivalently to these roads that do go through the red zones. Finally, here's more red zone. Anzac Drive. I know it's a ring road and it's important, but New Brighton Road and Pages Road are really important as well.
Yep.
That goes through a majority of the red zone.
Yeah, that's NZTA Road.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Frost Road, is that council or NZTA? Frost Road is the road that goes beside QE2 Park, and that got repaired relatively quickly. And it's just another example of what we should be having with the rest of our roads. That's the end of those.
Thank you. I mean, well, we've come to the end of...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, thank you very much.
No worries. Hopefully it made a wee point.
And you have, definitely. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.